My name is Jessie Easton, and this is Write the Hard Thing. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, this is just a weekly invitation to get together, to pause, to breathe, and to just make some space in our body to allow the story to come through. So it can be your hard story or just whatever wants to come up. Sometimes you don't know what's going to show up, right? So doesn't always have to be the biggest or the scariest thing. So I offer a prompt, which you are welcome to use or ignore. It's totally your call. These are prompts are just entry points into our story. So they can give us like a doorway in that maybe we wouldn't be able to access. And I will take us through a grounding so that we can, and then we'll move into the prompt so that we can kind of create some space in our body to allow that memory to come up and come through. And what you really want to be doing is kind of trying to drop into that emotional center of the memory. And then we'll write together for 10 minutes. And 10 minutes isn't a lot of time, and I know this, but it's kind of the challenge, like the point of the constraint is that we wanna get to that emotional center. I don't wanna say as quickly as possible, but when we write from that place, when we're actually standing in the room of the memory and writing from those senses that occurred, then it can kind of unspool on its own. And there's not a lot of time for that analytical mind to come in and kind of veer us off course or make us over explain something. We're actually moving in through like the feeling of it. And then after we write for the 10 minutes, I will close with some grounding just so that we can shake off the story if it was heavy and just move into our day with some grace and some gentleness and some lightness. And that's pretty much the flow of this. So I'm gonna start with giving us the prompt. And so just hear it. And then I will take you in through a grounding. It's a short grounding, some short breath work, and just try to drop into whatever memory that shows up. And if nothing shows up for you, don't worry about it. Like, you don't have to force it. It's just whatever's there. If nothing shows up, then just follow your own thread. And as you get writing, something might come up. Like, we're not forcing here. We're being gentle with ourselves and just seeing. We're just being present. And if nothing else, you get time to just breathe and just be with your body, take this pause, and just get some words out on the page. And, you never know what's going to be there. So, our prompt today is write about a time the phone rang. So it's very simple. Write about a time the phone rang. So where were you? What did your body feel before you even picked it up, right? What did it feel after? And you want to be writing from the senses, right? As if you're standing in the room and let that memory just unfold as you write. Okay. So, and try to resist the urge to edit as you go. Like, don't edit or fix or get in there because that's when we come out of our body and into our analytical mind and into our thinking mind. And like I said, sometimes that can actually block the story. So just stay with your body, stay with the feeling. And if you do feel yourself tightening or trying to over explain, just come back to the breath, just take a pause. So we are gonna begin by just finding some stillness. So just take a moment to arrive here. Invite this pause. And you can close your eyes if that feels good, or just soften your gaze. And just notice the surface beneath you, the ground holding you. And take a slow breath in through your nose, letting your ribs expand, and exhale out your mouth. Dropping your shoulders. You can place one hand on your chest, one on your belly. Inhale and notice the rise of your palms. And exhale. Notice the fall. And on your next breath, just bring in your awareness to the sense of sound. Imagine a phone ringing, that first sharp note cutting into the moment. As you inhale, just bring yourself into the room where it's ringing. And exhale, let the space take shape around you. What do you see? What do you smell? Is there a taste in your mouth? How's your body reacting? Just stay here for a moment. Take another slow breath in and exhale. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, so we're going to move into the writing now. Again, the prompt is write about a time the phone rang. And I'm going to turn my screen around so you can see the prompt. And I will pop in here when you have about 1 minute left. So happy writing. There we go. So write about a time the phone rang. Okay, we have about 1 minute left to start wrapping up. Okay, welcome back. Okay, gosh, goes so fast. Ooh, that was kind of a lot, right? I don't know. Maybe I just have like a lot of phone trauma. I feel like I had so many memories flood me about from different phone calls coming in, and they were all so terrible. Gosh, dude, does the phone ever ring for good news? Maybe we should do a prompt about that next time. Yikes. Okay, so if you would like, it would be great if you could take a moment to title your piece. And if you want, you can drop it in the chat if that feels good for you. It's just a nice way to honor what we did here and just put like a little like serious kind of like you are worthy of a title, right? Like this is real work that we're doing. And dropping them in the chat is a nice way to just be like, this is what came up for me today without showing or sharing everything that you wrote, if that feels, because I can feel really vulnerable. And I just love to see your titles and what comes up. And it kind of creates a resonance here for us to see, for us to just see what we've done today. And so while you think about that, think about your titles, I want to chat a little bit about my workshop coming up on Saturday. Some of you have heard this already and know about it. Some of you have signed up, which I'm so excited for to actually see your faces and just really dive into it. So it's this Saturday. It's on Zoom. It's called Write the Hard Thing, Let the Body Tell the Story. So it's pretty much, it's kind of like what we do here, but we're going to go a lot deeper. So there will be, breathing, writing, grounding, and just connecting with other writers who are also writing the hard thing. But we're just going to really get into our fears and what is standing in the way of our stories and take some time to reframe them and make some space to let the story actually come through. And from there, we will learn how to get into like the emotional center of a memory and that deep truth and get us standing in the same room where it happened so we can write from that place. And then we'll move into some perspective, which is really kind of like the secret sauce of memoir. And it just kind of helps us see where the present day self can step in and we can see that shift. And it kind of brings everything together. So we're going to be doing a lot in 2 hours. And if it feels like too much, you're welcome, just come and just be in the company of other writers who are also trying to do this work and write the hard thing. So it's $40. There is a replay if you can't attend live, but I would absolutely love it if you could, because then I could actually see your faces and just be in community with you. So does anyone want to drop their title? You don't have to. There's no pressure, but I do love to see them. Sometimes it's hard to come up with it on the spot. I struggle too, especially since was flooded with so many memories. It was pretty crazy. Well, we'll just move right into the grounding then to just close it out and just come back into our day with just some safety and some ease. Um, oh, can Tran Tranquil Rain is saying that the screen is black and there's no audio. Is anyone else having that experience? That's never happened before. It could be I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb, so I was, like, getting messages and stuff. Maybe that messed it up. Hmm, I really don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry, Susie. Let me type something in the chat. I don't know if I can come out and come back in. I feel like it would lose everybody. Mm. Well, for those of you sorry, guys, that's so annoying. For those of you who can see and hear me, I will finish out the grounding and then, um, I can always try to pop back in after, and whoever comes in can come in, because that's frustrating to show up and then it not work. Oh, sorry. Megan, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Well, I guess nobody can hear me. I don't know. I didn't realize. I'm gonna pop off and pop back on, and then we'll see.